Okay, welcome back for another week. This chapter, lesson rather, we finally get to meet formally the principal parts, and we can begin to see what the method to my madness has been in having you learn these. Given the fact that we've been doing these all along, there's really nothing new in this chapter. We now actually are formally introduced to the future tense, but to make it simple, the future tense is simply the second principal part. Okay, so just like we had luo, luso, okay, luso is now the future form. Okay, and so, to make future, we just simply fix primary endings onto luso. Luso, luce, luce, luces, luce, lucimen, lucite, lususine. Okay, and that's how we say I will loose, you will loose, he will loose, etc. Okay, so there's nothing particularly magical about it. Okay, even the so-called irregular futures, which we will meet formally in later chapters, again are going to present no problems. Okay, that those would be perhaps like liquid stems, like for instance, meno. You have, remember those funny ones that when you had a noon or a lambda or a rho or a mu in the stem, you wouldn't get the sigma in the second principal part. Instead, what you get is an elongation and a shift of the accent to the ending vowel. So it would go meno, menoo, or angelo, angeloo. So, but no big deal though. You still just shift the accent to the end, and then you still have your primary endings at the end. Okay, so meno, menes, mene. Okay, menumen, menete, menusin. Okay, so in other words, you still tell the difference between the future and the present by the shift of the accent. Okay, so again, nothing particularly new in this chapter for those of you who've been reciting principal parts. If you have not been, or you've gotten lax with it, get going with it, because the verb forms are going to start proliferating from here on out. Okay, we're going to meet new ones in every single chapter, and then in the next semester, you're going to start getting subjunctive mood, and then you're going to see yourself literally in a sea of forms. Okay, which you're not used to. Okay, but again, if you've been doing the building blocks and learning the principal parts, it's going to be fairly straightforward for you to assimilate them. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, and keep working along at this. Now, I should note also, I don't think he mentions this in the text, but for verbs of sensing or touching, like seeing or hearing, very often you will see that the future will only occur in the middle voice. Okay, akuso, I will hear, you sometimes see that, but probably more often is the form akusomai. Has no difference really in meaning. It's just that that's the form you typically see. Okay, horao, I don't think we've seen that yet. The verb for see, the future for horaho is opsamai. Okay, it's also a future middle. Okay, so seeing and hearing, tasting, guamai, we haven't had that yet. Gusamai, but that's another one that exhibits that same feature where you see the future showing up in the middle. That's just a little quirk in the language, no big deal, but just be on the lookout for it. Okay. All right. Well, very good. Keep slugging away. It's going to be hard at first, but you will get there if you stick with it. Okay. Just keep hammering away at the fundamentals, and it will come to you sooner or later. Okay, even if the time it comes to you is not really till midway through the next semester. Okay? All right, very good. I will see you in the sentences.